Okay. So we have a tier list and we have 5 categories, okay? So the best category is we are BFFs. Like we love them. We want to be best friends with these killers. Okay?
Like,
And
hold on. Are we going off gameplay, like playing against them, or just
okay,
how we like them? Period. Like,
huh, I'll get to that in a second. Let me finish the
okay.
tiers and then I'll go to that, okay? And then the second to best tier is the amazing tier, and then below that is the decent tier, and then the fourth tier is I feel sick, and then the fifth tier is I'm throwing up everywhere. So
I knew
those.
you were gonna put that.
I know who's going up and going that one.
Oh, hi Cole. Welcome to our killer tier list.
Hi,
Anyways,
Cole.
so since we can only put one option, we all have to do kind of our consensus. So like let's say I say I like this killer a lot, but then you say you don't like this killer. So then if we like are really high on and really low, we have to put them in the middle. Does that make sense? Like
Well, can
the
we agree Nemesis goes in, I'm throwing up everywhere?
well, if Kieran disagrees, I don't know if we really can.
Well, okay, so
Let's
uh,
kick
I,
me out. Boo!
I big time disagree because I basically I'm going with how much I like the killers based on how much I can interact with them in chase and out of chase, you know?
Mhm.
And he has zombies, so that's immediately gets him out of the bottom tier at least because you can, mess around with the zombies, flashlight
Why he
on
gets
them.
Yeah.
bottom tier for me?
Well, okay, so here's what we're doing too. So each killer we're going to talk about 3 topics. So the first topic we'll talk about every killer is their design. Do we like just their design? Like say Pig, like do you like the way they incorporated her from Saw or do you like how they made Plague? And then the second category will be do you like playing against them? And then the third category will be we'll do their perks, like the killer perks. How much do you like
I
going
don't.
against their perks?
I don't even know whose perks are what, but yeah, we got this.
Well,
We'll
I know
figure it out.
Bestie, so I'll tell you.
And then I'll be like, "What does that perk do?"
Okay, does everyone understand? Are we ready to start?
hmm
Yes.
Okay, so I randomized the killers, and the first killer we have is the twins. So let's start.
Boo! Tomato, tomato, tomato.
Let's start off with design. And Amanda, you start off with us. How do you like the twins' design?
She's ugly. I don't like her at all. Her little baby. I like to punt.
Like a
Yeah, I
soccer
just
ball.
don't like her. She's like just. She's just hideous and like, yeah, it gets a no. It's a no for me.
Okay, so Kieran, how do you feel about the twins' design?
Okay, so I think the twins' design is super cool. How there's two of them, and they're related, and the fact that you can like split off between the killers, and like she has
Yeah.
like a hook. But I think my least favorite thing is Victor's walking animation. I mean, when you're looking at him, it looks like
Yeah.
he's like scuttling. It, it. I don't know. He can still, even though he's like
Yeah.
extremely disabled, he's still able to like walk on 2 legs, like upright all the time.
Yeah, I
It
get
looks
what
pretty
you
funny.
mean.
I like how Kieran goes into it, and I'm just like, boo, she's ugly.
Okay, now my
So
opinion on the
ugly.
twins. I personally like the idea of like 2 killers in 1. Like I like the idea of Victor living in a hole inside of her. I think that's a really cool design. Charlotte herself, it's just really bad because I feel like I can smell her through the screen. That's the only reason I don't really like her.
Yeah, that's true.
You just know if you passed her in real life, you know she would smell from a mile away. Um, Hi Kat, welcome to our tier list. I hope you're having a great day. Okay, let's move on to gameplay. So Amanda, get us started. Do you like going against the twins?
Okay, so she's not the worst to go against, but I do not like her because it all started from this one game where she was camping the exit gates with Victor at one and her at the other, so I couldn't get out, and I hated her ever since. Like, it's just bad. I just,
Valid.
I just, it's just low. It's a low for me, just because like she isn't like the best killer out there. It was just that did it for me. The fact that she has like a way to be at both gates at once, I don't like it. Don't like it.
Okay. Also, just before Kieran goes, viewers, if you want, you can also comment your opinion on the killers too and where you would put them. Anyways, Kieran, what do you feel about her gameplay?
Going against them is usually less fun because in order to be effective with the killer, it promotes slugging and camping, just
Right.
because
Yep.
like the nature of it is you get a easier down with Victor,
Yep.
and you have to like travel all the way to them, and but you're already slugging them that much, so it creates opportunities to like diverge on your path to the down survivor.
Right.
But kicking Victor is really funny. I like that a lot.
I
Yeah.
know. Don't you just like kicking the
Yeah,
baby and
yeah,
stuff?
and it incentivizes traveling with pairs. So if one guy gets down to him, you can kick him after he's recovering.
Right.
Yeah, so that's
I
fun if you travel with other people.
I personally think that the twins, I think they're fun for me just because I probably go against once of them every like 4 weeks. So it just feels like a new killer sometimes. But one thing I don't like about the twins is I feel like the baby most of the time is like uncounterable. Like you just can't really do anything
Hmm.
about it. Like if you I mean, you can obviously like loop around a tree, right? But if they're a good victor, they're gonna get you no matter what. There's nothing you can do about it. So that's the thing I don't like about them. But I guess they're alright. But anyways, let's move on. So their perks are they have twins has coup de grace, and if you don't remember that is she gets I believe a 90% bigger lunge when she swings. So that's interesting. And then she has one perk. Hold on, let me go back to Dead by Daylight because I literally can't remember him. She has
Hoarder?
Hoarder, so when
Um,
you go onto a chest, she gets notified of where you are, and then also she has Oppression, so when she hits a generator, three other generators will get a skill check, like a hard skill check. So do you guys
oh,
like
I
going
hate
against these?
oppression. I hate. I feel like oppression's the only one that I really play against a lot. Not I wouldn't say a lot, but
Yeah.
enough. And it's because I suck sometimes at skill checks. I get
Mhm.
really excited when I hit those little bitty ones, though. So I mean, the other perks I don't think I really experienced too much of.
Yeah. Okay, Kieran, how do you feel about these perks? Blinks.
Kieran says, I think
Um,
about
I don't
so
like them.
I think coup de grace is really fun, but you like rarely get to use it, and it makes you have to use like quick attacks the majority of the game.
Yeah.
And Hoarder, I don't even know about Hoarder, but oppression, that one's really fun if you're running also the the
Are
the
you
Nemesis
talking from
perk.
the killer's perspective?
No,
Or
because you get random skill checks,
Yeah.
because then all the gens blow up.
Well,
Super
it's
I
funny.
feel I feel like Hoarder's really useless because who cares if somebody's going in a fucking chest and I'm not gonna stop what I'm doing to go after them.
wait, can I
If I was
say
a
my
killer.
experience?
But
What I would change for Hoarder is I would say I think if someone went on a chest, they should be exposed for a certain amount of time because it's so useless. Like, what's the point
yeah,
of running it?
that would probably be better.
Yeah. I mean, I think her perks are pretty bad except for oppression probably, but because
Oppression's
oppression
just okay though.
it can yeah, like it can catch you
It's
off
fun.
guard, but it's not like that good. Okay, anyways, to the ranking. Where do we feel she should be? Amanda, you start.
Um
Amanda's blinking.
I'm gonna put her I wouldn't put her too far down because I don't hate her but I don't love her. I think I'd put her in the middle.
So decent.
Yeah.
Okay, Kieran, what about you?
I would definitely go for I feel sick. Yeah, definitely. That's where I would do it.
She's not that
Oh
bad.
yeah. Okay. For me, I think she's decent. Just because I don't go against her enough and I don't mind her. So since Amanda and I kind of rule majority, Twins is going in the decent tier.
I was gonna say, can
That's
you like
fair.
put her between it?
I could make another tier.
No,
kind of
don't do that.
No, 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 you ain't gotta do that.
kind of decent. Anyways,
Kind of.
okay, okay. I just made a stand. I'm ditching the perks. I don't like this segment. We're just gonna talk about the design and gameplay. Okay.
Why
Anyways,
don't you like the perks?
Because I mean, do you want to talk about the perks? Do you guys like that?
We ain't got to. I mean,
If you guys want to, we can, but I don't think it
If it's
matters.
really important, we should. I guess we like if it comes to mind, then we can talk about them. But I don't. I guess we
Okay.
don't have to.
Let's just stick to the perks like on their gameplay. So if like say like Michael Myers for example has saved the best for last and you don't
oh
like
my
that.
gosh, I hate the unlimited Michael, but
Okay, speaking of Michael, Michael is our next up. So
I love
Amanda,
him.
how do you think Michael was designed? His power, do you think his power was good and do you think they incorporated him well from Halloween the movies?
Is this all three categories in one? Hello.
No, this is
I
just
love,
design.
I love Michael. I think he is really cute. I like that you can see his butt in his hospital gown. Just kidding, you can't.
Kind of cute.
Um, no, I really like Michael. It's just because I like Michael Myers movies, so I'm like obsessed with him. Anyways, he is
Yeah,
the only one that can actually scare me in the game. I think they did a really good job, and his gameplay is kind of, he is kind of fast like Michael. I
right.
mean, Michael's really slow, but he's really fast because he can be walking so slow and you can be like running the fastest sprint ever and he catches up to you. And I feel like he does that in the game really well.
Okay.
Um, yeah, so I think I love Michael. That's all we got to say.
Okay, since Amanda kind of talked about gameplay too, Kieran, just you can talk about design and gameplay.
Well, I have not seen the Halloween movies, but
What?
What?
that's
You
gonna
have
be a
not
common
seen?
theme for most of the killers. For pretty much every other one. I'm be like, well, I've not seen this movie.
Why? Do you not like horror movies or something? No,
Anyways,
Cancelled.
that's a valid question. Do you not like
so
horror
in
movies?
terms of Michael's design, no, I just haven't seen them. I don't know.
I'm sick. You need to watch them. At least one.
Mhm.
Hey, horror movies are scary. I get it. Um, intriguing. Okay.
I
Do you
thought it was
do you
comedy.
do you have more to say, Kieran, or are you done?
Yeah, yeah. I really like his tier up thing. Having a Michael in the game is kind of just like an event because the music plays like full screen whenever he tears up,
Mm-hmm.
and he's really interesting. I really like when he grabs me off a gen. That makes the game scary sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and his
Michael?
stalking mechanic, it's cool, but it doesn't make a lot of sense because he gets more of it faster when he's closer to someone instead of far away.
Right. Which makes
I know.
it harder.
Yeah, I know they're talking about reversing it on on a mid chapter um PTB, but they haven't
Yeah.
done that yet. So as it stands, his stalking is really weird, like really weird.
I think it's a little outdated, in my
Yeah.
opinion. Yeah.
Mhm.
But he's cute.
Mhm.
Well, I think they incorporated Michael Myers pretty well from the Halloween movies. I think stalking was a good power, and like I said, although I like stalking, I think it's outdated and I think it needs to be improved. So I think he has fun add-ons, he has fun perks. I love Save the Best for Last, except not going against it. I don't like that. Sorry, I forgot. We're doing a tier list about how we feel about going against them, not playing as him. So, no, I do not like going against his perks. But he is fun. He's pretty scary. So, next, we have to decide which tier. So, Amanda, where would you put Michael?
I'm putting Michael in the God tier. He's my best friend.
So, we are BFFs.
Yes.
Okay. Kieran?
He's not my best friend, but he's definitely better than decent.
So,
So
like,
amazing.
amazing. Okay.
Mhm.
I would put him in amazing, too. I, I,
Boo.
I don't think he's quite my best friend. I don't, like, put my elbow to him and be like, hey. But I think he's an amazing. So Michael's in the amazing tier.
See, I go by if I don't mind getting worried by them, and I don't mind getting worried by Michael because it's Michael Myers. Like,
Yeah, he has a good Mori too. Okay. Next up, we have the best killer in the game, Pinhead.
hey. Boo, throwing tomatoes.
Okay,
I
Amanda. What's your design opinion on
Okay.
Pinhead?
Design, he looks really good. He looks really cool. Like, I love the way he looks. I love the way they did it. I love the little box and you summon whatever he says. So I came. Like, I think that's all really cool. They did a really good job. He's kind of freaky looking just because that's how he's supposed to look. But I love it. Like, they really did good.
Okay, Kieran.
Yeah, she had all the points. He looks really cool. I think the adaptation is super good, and his power is fun to play against too because you can like kind of 50-50 left and right it. But and also finding the box is fun too. But the only bad thing is that if you get hit by the chains, it restricts your movement. But you got hit
Yeah,
by
if
the
we're
chains,
talking
so what are
about
you gonna do?
gameplay, I really hate that. Like, really hate
If
playing against
I
him.
say from now on, instead of like doing like little tiers like design, just when it's like your turn, say your opinion on the design and the gameplay. I think that's better.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyways, I agree with you guys. I think Pinhead was done pretty good aesthetically, design-wise. I think his power is pretty cool with the chains. I like that. One thing I don't like though is the chain hunts. I really can't stand them, but I get why they're in the game. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it's
Yeah, it's
just
just not fun to play against.
yeah, it's just really annoying because you can't do anything when you have a chain hunt. It's obnoxious. Okay,
Even trying to open the box, it's like, hello?
yeah. So where would we put him on the tier list? Amanda, you go.
Um, I'm gonna put him. Or I want to put him higher because of his look, but lower
Mhm.
because of playing against me.
Yeah,
Like,
it's hard.
so look wise, I'm gonna go amazing. Gameplay, I feel sick, so I guess I'll go decent.
Decent. Okay. Okay. You too. You, Kieran?
Yeah, decent,
He only got
probably.
points, like higher points for me because of his look. Like, he's so cool looking.
Yeah, I would put him in decent too. I think also one thing we haven't touched on is his voice lines are just amazing. I love
Yeah.
his voice lines. Perfect. So I think we all agree he goes in decent. He has highs about him, and he also has really horrible lows. Next we have the other best killer in the game, Nemesis. Amanda, you go.
We don't talk about him. Okay, so
Amanda's like next.
Nemesis. So his look, he looks pretty cool. Like, he looks straight out of a. Yeah, I can't go say that. But anyways, his looks really cool. But him, boo, tomato, tomato, tomato. What can we think
Boo.
about? He's disgusting. It really hurts my feelings when he punches me. Like, really, really hurts my feelings.
Take it personally, like, ugh,
Like,
got punched.
I'd rather you stab me than punch me. Like, the punch just gets me every time, and this does it for me. I'm like, yeah, I hate him. And then his little stupid zombies. I hate them
Oh
because
my
they
god.
like are annoying. You're trying to do a generator, and hello, here comes like hello, and I can't use a flashlight to save my life. So when I be trying to blind them, it takes 10 minutes. Like, no.
Brilliant. Okay, are you done?
I mean, if you want me to keep going, I can.
Okay,
But
how
yes,
about
I'm
this?
done.
Whenever you guys are done, you can just say pass it on, and then the next person goes.
Sure.
Okay. Stairs.
Kieran?
Oh, you didn't say pass on.
We already established that I was passing it on this time.
Oh, okay. Whatever. Well, he's the coolest killer in the game. Like, oh my gosh. He has
Oh
he's like the
god.
culmination of a disease from Resident Evil, and he's like super cool. His power is super interactive because like when it comes to getting to a pallet against him, you can either like keep running and then he'll whip just nothing, or he can drop it and try to crouch And I love fighting against his power, and on top of that, you get a fight against his power when you're not in a chase with him against the zombies. And like you can stun them, you could like kill them with a pallet drop or
Hmm.
something similar. But the only annoying thing, I think the only annoying thing is that if you're really trying to win, the zombies can be annoying because you can like they can throw away your chances at like the gen that you need to finish at the clutchest moment
Hmm.
just because they want to be there. But he's definitely the coolest. His tentacle power is so fun to play against.
Okay. Intriguing.
Pass it on.
Pass it on.
Okay. Design wise, I think they did Nemesis perfectly. I think they nailed him from the video games. Good job, kudos. Gameplay wise, actually, like, I really don't like him still going against him, but he has grown on me over the time. Like, not a lot, but because the reason I don't like him is because I feel like his gameplay is a little stale. Because I feel like every game I go against a Nemesis, they usually do the same thing every game because they pull up the tentacle, you have to dodge it, it's the same thing every game. So it just feels boring and old. But one thing I do like is the zombies. Even though they're annoying as hell sometimes, they can be fun and they can add some laughter to the game. So that's one thing I do like about him. And if I was going to put him on a tier list, hmm, based off on how a lot of people play him, out of all the killers, other than Bubba, he's one of the biggest tunnelers I ever see. So I would put him in I Feel Sick.
What?
Pass it on.
I'm
Tunnelers are relevant to this?
I'm putting him in. I'm throwing up everywhere.
We're BFFs. That's my boy, Nemesis.
Okay, so we have to do the average. So does that mean he's going in decent? No, wait, no, no, no,
Yeah.
no. Because if he's in We Are BFFs and we have two lows, then he would be in I Feel Sick, right?
I feel like you could put him in decent just because BFFs is so high up.
So decent. Does everyone agree with decent?
I
Sure.
mean, honestly, I feel sick, but we can put him in decent.
I'll just put him in I'm throwing up everywhere for 2 seconds. Okay. Now you're in decent. Okay, next we have I know this is Amanda's favorite killer, the Wraith.
Dude, I don't like the Wraith.
Why?
I don't like people I can't see. So like, I don't. I know you can like see his little invisible looking things when he gets close enough up on you, but I'm trying to look in the distance when my spine chill. Yes, I use spine chill. Goes off. So I'm like, which way is he coming from? And then I gotta wait till he gets right there. Or then like when you're just running around looking for a gin and like you just run into him and like
Yeah.
he can kind of like body block you really easy too. Um, let me look at him. His design's okay, I guess. He has some. I like this outfit. Is this new? The Phantom.
Are you looking at my stream?
No, I'm looking at my game. I'm going through
Oh,
his.
okay.
Um, eh, he's alright. He's not the best looking killer, but my boy's alright looking. He ain't the worst. He's not twins or anything.
Yeah.
So his design's pretty cool, but I don't like going against him just for the simple fact if he's invisible. Even though I don't feel like he's a horrible killer. Like you could probably do really good against him if you're good at like chases and stuff, which I'm not. But yeah, I just don't like that I can't see him, so he's low for me. Okay, pass it on.
I think his design is okay. He like turns his head when he's standing still. That's no one else does that. That's cool. He has an instrument. No one else has that. That's cool. But his backstory is like one paragraph long. Like you can read it in less than a minute. So like he hasn't got a lot going. Like doesn't have a lot going on other than the fact that his bone bell is like
Yeah. His lore's a little
related.
lackluster.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. But his power is okay to play against, I guess. It is the biggest counterplay is just always be healed up, so because he's strong against people that are injured, because he can just go up to them and down them because
Mhm.
he's a stealth killer. Um, I don't know. Pass it on.
Okay. For me, I feel Wraith is like the most like basic killer in the game, if you guys get what I mean. Like I just feel like
Mhm.
there's nothing like super interesting to him, like gameplay wise. I guess like design wise, he is unique with his bell and his invisibility, but gameplay wise, really his whole power is just like being invisible and walking really fast. And I just think that's such a boring power. And I think the way people play rates a lot is just super boring. That's
Mm.
so most of the times I play against Wraith, 90% of them have no ed first of all, so that's a big strike
Mhm.
against Wraith.
Okay.
Because who the fuck runs no ed all the time? Wraiths do. And I just think he's boring. And if I had to rank him, I would put him probably in like decent, I guess. He's just boring. Pass it on.
He's very boring. I say I would probably put him in because he's not like Nemesis or anything, but he could go in decent for me too.
Okay.
I would probably put him in I Feel Sick.
He's
Hmm.
not like. It depends on what you're talking about. Like
It depends on the
he's
Wraith for me.
boring. Yeah, just put him in. I feel sick.
Yeah,
I
because
agree.
we don't
Let's go.
have
I
anyone
feel
I feel
sick.
sick, so yeah, let's put right there. We need a representative for this tier.
Let me take my ranking back just because I hate him being invisible. So I do feel sick.
Can I just say, coming into this, I am shocked that Pinhead and Nemesis made it to the decent tier.
Okay, but Pinhead deserves to be lower, but he deserves like his is right there because of his look only for me. Like that's it.
Okay,
Gameplay, he's horrible. I hate playing against his chains.
agree. Okay, our next killer for Amanda to talk about is the Plague.
Oh, I love her. I don't know why, I just do. Like I love Vommy Mommy. Like she's so cute. She's a baddie. Um,
Per.
she can throw up on me any day, and
Yes.
she's just fun. Like I think she's really fun. And then after she throws up on you, you get to run around throwing up on everybody else. Like who doesn't love that?
I
And
agree.
she has some like really cute outfits. Like she's designed really good.
Mhm.
Her little weapons are cute. Yeah, I just like her.
Per.
Okay, you can go, Kieran.
Um, she's pretty cool, yeah.
I was gonna say, don't talk bad about Mommy Mommy.
I have my fists ready to go.
I think her design is really, really awesome. She was like an Egyptian queen, something like that. I think.
I think she was
I
the
think.
ruler of like an Egyptian
Uh, and I
society.
forgot her like little sounds she makes too. Like when she hits and stuff. It's really
Yeah,
cool. I like the way she.
she was one of like the first killers to like speak, I think, other than
Oh,
maybe
really?
like Huntress, I think. I might be wrong though. Anyways,
Um,
continue.
I think her power is really. It's kind of 50-50 for me. Like dodging her power and chase is really fun, and it's really like scary when she gets her like red puke.
Mhm.
But the only thing I don't like is I don't like playing the game injured, but that's just the killer's power. Um, it's not like she can get you injured extremely easily because like if you get hit with one bit of the plague, then like it takes a while before you get injured. So I think she's definitely really cool.
Yeah.
Pass it on.
EJ says, "Love the plague. I love a girl with acid reflex. Make it sizzle, baby." um. Okay. Design wise, I think plague. I people might not like this, but I think plague is if one of, if not the best designed killers from all of Dead by Daylight. Like I think she's so unique. If you see other games, like you don't see people like Plague. Like, have you ever seen someone who throws up on people? I mean, at least I haven't. Maybe there is, but I think it's super unique. I love her power. I love when she gets pounced on. I hear her voice. And she gets all mad. It's so amazing. I love it. They did a good job design wise. Gameplay wise, I think they did a good job as well. I think she's underrated gameplay wise. Going against her, like Kieran said, it's a little annoying because I don't really like playing injured. And if you bring like a med kit or like a boon, for example, she literally completely counters it. So you just completely waste a perk slot or a med kit. So that's really annoying. But other than that, I pretty much enjoy her. And if I had to put her in a tier, I'd put her in amazing or we are BFFs. Pass it on.
Yeah, I'd probably do amazing.
Put her in BFFs.
She's so hot. We love a Babylon icon. Period. Okay, she deserves to be in We Are BFFs. Since
She's
two
just
of us did
so
it.
cute. Like she's just the
Yeah,
cuteness does it for me.
I agree. Okay. Next up, we have Pyramid Head. Amanda, you're up.
Hmm. Mm.
Amanda.
So I know a lot of people like Pyramid Head because they like his cakes. Um,
He does have a lot of cake, y'all.
that's what I heard when they was talking about his cakes. I had to go look. He's alright, but he's I mean he's Pyramid Head. I don't really know what to say about him. Like he looks how he's supposed to look. I mean, pretty cool. They did good. I don't like playing against him much because I suck at dodging. That's just because me personally, I'm bad at the game. I just like playing. Um, his power's pretty cool though. Like he can, like I like that he can cage you. Like, and I also like that. I mean, it's not good for him. It's good for us. Like he can't camp the cage like he can a hook. So I
Yep.
kind of like that he can cage, and he does most of the time. Just because of the fact that there's a lot of camping killers, and he can't do that because we will move.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's okay. I don't really got much to say about him.
Okay.
Oh,
Kieran.
Kieran, you can go.
Well, his design is really cool. The Silent Hill chapter, everything about it was super cool except for the map design. But the I think his whole stature is so cool. The over the top sword and over the top helmet, and then the over the top power with like the chains coming from the ground that he creates, and like the where he plunges it in the ground and flicks it up. And not to mention, he is probably my single favorite chase power to go against because it's like a mind game of are you gonna keep running or are you just gonna turn the other way so he overshoots by a lot or is he gonna predict you double back? That's probably my favorite, definitely my favorite killer power to go against. So he's pretty good for me.
Okay. I have to say, I think his design and power were done like perfectly. Like, I don't think there's anything like bad with Pyramid Head. And the thing is, like Amanda was saying with the cages, I think that should be like with normal hooks, in my opinion, where like killers can't camp it. I feel like it would make the game so much more fun. But I know a lot of people are against it because they want to camp. Um, I love that part of him. I love the trails. That adds like a uniqueness to him because people don't want to step in the trails. And it also makes chases pretty fun. And like Kieran also was saying, it's fun because I feel like Pyramid Head is super balanced because you never know that he doesn't know what you're gonna do and you don't know what he's gonna do. So it's kind of like who's gonna prevail. You know what I mean? So I really like his design.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with y'all being good chasers, I can see that. But me, I'm like, whoop, in 2 seconds, I get knocked down. Like he shoots his power and then smacks me really
Mhm.
fast. But he's okay.
What would you tier him, Amanda?
Um, he's gonna go for me. I say he's gonna be in the middle for me because I don't hate him. I don't love him.
So
He's cool
decent.
looking. Yeah, he can go in the middle. Like he's cool looking. His design's good, but
Okay.
he ain't one of the like. Ooh, I love him.
Mhm. All right, Kieran.
Yeah, he's my buddy. He's a good old friend.
Okay. So
He'll go in the BFF tier.
okay. I'm kind of debating right now because I don't know if I want to put him in BFF or amazing because I don't know if he's my favorite to go against. Hmm. Oh my god, this is hard.
Do what your heart feels, Dusty.
Yeah. Um, I'll go in the amazing tier because I think it's a good mix between and it balances. So he'll go in the amazing tier. Is everyone fine with that?
Hmm.
Yes.
Okay, okay. Next we have Trapper. How do you feel about Trapper, Amanda?
I don't hate going against him. He's basic though. Like, yeah, we're
Mm-hmm.
just gonna talk about him. Like, he's pretty basic. Obviously, 'cause he's like the first, one of the first killers. I don't expect too much from him.
You're right.
Some of his cosmetics are cute. He's not all of them. Some of them are cute. He just like he is kind of boring though. Like if you think about all the other powers people have,
For
he
sure.
just basically has the traps. Like, and it does suck when you're running and get caught in a trap, and then
Yeah.
you sometimes you even see the trap and still get caught in the trap. But it's really funny to see him get caught in his own trap. So there's that. We have that going for us. I don't really have much to say about him because, yeah, he's just the trapper. He's just basic.
Okay. Kieran.
Kieran, take the mic.
Yeah, he's like the first killer, so his backstory is not crazy. It's like the same length as it's a little longer than Wraith's, but it basically is the same effectiveness. But I do think he has like one of the coolest faces in the game. His bone mask is iconic. Like
Mm,
that's the phase of DVD right there.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just so cool and like the breathing sound he has. Um, but about his design, playing like playing as him is one thing, but playing against him, the whole thing about him is that you're trying to um shut down like chases before they start,
Mm-hmm.
or like make the survivors stop playing. So inherently his power is going to be bad because it prohibits what the survivors can do.
Yeah.
But it is really cool when you're like looping him, and then you step in a trap that's on like the corner of a loop, not like in the middle of the pallet, just on the corner of it, and you're like, oh, okay, you got me there, you outplayed me. Then he does like a nod, then picks you up off the trap. That's sometimes fun.
Uh-huh.
But overall, negative, just because it stops you from going to certain loops and stops you from like do go like stops you from playing if once you're in a trap. But you can disarm them, so that's one more plus.
Yeah. I think for me, I think Trapper's a little like Michael, where I think he's really, really outdated. Uh, Truly, because every Trapper I go against is usually I literally do not have a single person down on my team until there's two gens left because you know everyone is coordinated on survivors. So as Trapper, the fact you have to set up these traps, you're giving these people permission to get these gens done. And if you don't put the traps down, then you're not going to get value from your power. But personally for me, I just like Dead by Daylight is dark in general, and I play with like a light in my face because I stream. So it's really hard for me to see traps. So I really hate that because I can't really like plan ahead. I just kind of have to guess if there's a trap there or not, and I really hate that because it's just kind of like lucky. It's like, am I gonna accidentally fall into his trap? You know? So honestly, for me, this might be controversial, but Trapper is my least favorite killer to go against in the whole game. I really just dislike him so much. And
What?
yeah, I told you that before, Amanda. But
Not that bad.
it's just because I don't like not knowing where his traps are. I just hate that. But design
Hmm.
wise, I think he's like the face of Dead by Daylight, so I have to give him credit there. But if I had to put him in tier, I'd put him. I'm throwing up everywhere. What do you feel, Amanda?
I'm gonna put him in decent.
Okay.
Well, he's my favorite. He's like one of my top three favorite killers to play as. But playing against him, I'm almost throwing up. But I'm gonna say I feel sick.
Okay. So
So I
I
say
feel
put him in
sick.
I feel sick.
Yep. Love that placement for him. Okay. Next we have Trickster. Amanda, your crush.
Trickster is so fine.
Oh, girl.
He is so cute. He has some cute cosmetics. He's just like really cute. He's pleasing to look at. He can mori me any day. Um, his power, like playing against him when I'm in a good mood and I'm like, kill me, yes, kill me. I love him. But when I'm really going to win the game, I hate playing against him. I hate his little stupid knives. I feel like I can't really dodge. Like, let's go with me dodging. I can't dodge nothing. And I feel like as soon as he starts throwing them, it's over for me.
Yeah.
Especially, like, you can't really counter if, like, you're in the middle of nowhere and there's, like, nothing to go around. So it's really, really hard to counter his power.
And Amanda
But
has a hard time looking behind her, so these kind of killers
yeah,
that with rage are hard for
so
her.
it doesn't work for me really well. I like his voice though. Let me just keep talking about how cute he looks. Maybe I can just get off of the how
Amanda,
bad
this
I
is
do
not a
playing.
crush tier list. We can do that later.
Well, it is. So he's gonna go high just for that. But he's really cool. I really like him.
Okay.
Fine. Okay.
I think he has one of the coolest designs. I remember his chapter was so cool because the main menu turned into like a stage, and that was so fun.
Mhm.
And then I tested him out, and like he's like, okay, this is a really fun power. You throw stuff around, and like he has the main event, which is just cool. Doesn't make a lot of sense, but it's just cool. Um, and yeah, his outfits are like top notch. He has one of the
Yes.
coolest musics. His
Yes.
add-ons are funny because you can have bouncing knives, like some yeah.
Yeah.
Playing against him, I don't I would go as far as to say that I have negative interactions with his power.
Mhm.
I don't really like being peppered like before I turn every corner like in a jungle gym, you know. It's basically a timer before I get down instead of I guess all chases are like that, but his timer feels instead of distance based, like actual timer based.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's what I think. I think it's little less than good.
Yeah, I agree with you. I feel Trickster has one of the best designs in my opinion. I think it's just so creative they had like a K-pop star turn into a murderer. Like who thinks of that? I think that's so creative of them. I love his outfits, his design. Um his blades, I don't know. For me, I feel like they could have done more with it, like his power. Cause if he's supposedly trickster, right, and he is this huge performer, I feel like they could have done more than just blades. Like it almost felt like a how do I say it? Like a easy version of Huntress. Cause Huntress you have one shot, trickster you have 44 chances to get them. So I think it's like an easier Huntress in a way, and going against him, it is a little intimidating when your blades start going up because it starts getting stressful, especially when you're about to get down. At least for me, I get like my adrenaline goes high, but it's just really annoying because sometimes it feels like you really can't do anything against his blades, and like you were saying, Kieran, like it's like a timer almost. Like you're
hmm
gonna get downed no matter what. There's nothing you can do about it. So.
I do have one thing to say. Trickster does have less health states per round, per group of knives than Huntress, because he has like 40, and is
Mhm.
it like 7 per health state
6,
or
I
six?
think.
6?
Yeah. And also his blades like
Well, I guess
recoil.
since it's changed, it's the same as Huntress. So I guess that doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah. I mean, his blades can be a little tricky to use too, cause like he recoils. I think like when you're throwing blades, his blades like automatically go up to make it harder to hit survivors, just to make it a little harder. So that's kind of cool. They added a little difficulty to him. But if I had to put him in a tier, I'd put him in decent. I don't mind him going against him. What do you feel, Amanda?
Hmm. I want to rate him so high because he's babe. Um, Okay, so if we're going by him being the love of my life, we would go BFF. But going playing against
Aw.
him, so I'm gonna play decent. so let's go. Let's just go decent for him.
Okay.
I would probably put him in the I feel sick tier.
Okay. So if we two did decent, Kieran did sick. I think he goes in decent tier then. There we go.
Yeah. I can't believe you would put Bay that low.
Oh my god. Amanda, you need to stop simping for Trickster. Okay.
But he's so cute.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, next killer, we have the Ghost Cowboy Deathslinger. How do
I
you...
hate him.
Why?
I think he's racist.
Probably true.
Well, he's a killer.
I think he's racist when I look at him. I'm like,
Every match I always see him targeting the Elodies and Claudettes.
like he's just racist. Okay, so
Wasn't he like his story is he lived in like the 1800s,
look,
so he
I'm
probably
looking at
was.
it.
Yeah, the Wild West.
He had
Yeah,
to
he's
be.
racist. Boo, you're racist. Boo. He really does look like a racist. No, no jokes. I'm looking at him. So I can't say he looks cool. Like I like his little gun thingy, but him, I
Okay.
just don't like him. I don't even have much to say about him, but boo, you're racist.
Intriguing. Love that analysis.
I'm watching his little thing, and he keeps spitting, so I feel like he's gross. He looks dirty. Like he looks like he hasn't washed his hair in 100 days.
To be fair, I think that's what they were going for.
Oh well, it worked. He looks greasy. Um, yeah, we just don't like him.
Okay, Kieran.
I think is pretty cool. You know, he used to round up
Boo.
bandits
Racist
with
boo.
his gun. You know, Wild West. I've
Yeah,
only
his gun's cool.
I wouldn't know a lot about him. I haven't played him a lot. But playing against him, he used to have this problem where he could like instantly aim down sights, and then like the survivor would have to play like there's a hitbox in front of him at all times. Like that would like prog a dead hard bait like from like 15 meters away just instantly.
Yeah.
But they made it so you have to aim down sights longer, and you have to like unaim down sights like longer too. So they kind of fixed that. But well, I don't know. I feel like that was kind of the issue, that he could just instantly put out a hitbox in front of him, so it was boring to go against.
Yeah.
But they kind of fixed that. So I mean, I'm probably gonna have like no strong feelings about him, just because he's cool. He has a cowboy hat.
So I hate his little laugh. Like when he knocks you down and he does his little stupid
Oh
laugh,
yeah.
it annoys me. I'm like, the fuck are you laughing at?
Oh my god, and he's like, ha ha. Wait, no, that's more like clown. But he sounds like he smokes lots of cigarettes too.
He definitely does.
For sure. I think for me, I think if they were going for a cowboy theme, which they did, I think they did a good job because cowboys are not meant to look nice and cleaned up. So I think they did a good job making him look disgusting. Um, I think going against him is not terrible. Just one thing I really don't like about him, and some with the other killers too that I dislike, is I really hate when killers like him will like they'll point the gun at you, you know, and then you'll be like, oh, they're about to shoot, so then you'll move, but then they'll put it down, and then you get M1. So it's really either you're gonna get shot or you're gonna get M1, and it's almost like Trickster in a way where you're gonna get down no matter what. There's really nothing you can do if you don't have a pallet or a window or if he catches you off guard. So that's the only reason I don't personally enjoy going him in that aspect. But overall, I usually win most games against him because he just has horrible map pressure. So I think he's decent. Amanda, what do you think?
I'm sick.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I guess ever since they changed the one thing where you just can't instantly go up and down, up and down, up and down, I haven't had problems with him as much. And like you said, I win actually I win against him way more often
Mhm.
just cause we get less angry when we're going against him and do less stupid things. So I'll put him in decent.
Okay.
Well, I feel like we do escape a lot with him, but still, I don't like him. I'm still
Yeah.
sick. So
He'll
he
go
can
in
go in
decent
decent.
tier. Yep. Okay. Next, we have a stealth killer, Ghostface.
Love him. Love him. Love him. Love him. Love him. Love him. So
Oh.
I just love him. He's like his. I like his little outfits. I love that. So my favorite experience when I was playing against him. So I was on a generator and I was like turning to look behind me, and I was like on like one of the little walls. He was like peeking his little head around the corner. It was so cute. I was like, oh, let me run, but it's so cute. Like I love how he stalks, like, and it ain't just
Mhm.
standing there. Like he can really like look around, and it's just like so adorable to me.
Yep.
His design's really cool. He does have like some little cool, cute little outfits, like the little different designs that they have. Um, and I like, I like stalkers apparently.
Girl, that's your
So I
forte.
really love Michael, and I really love Ghostface, and he has the best Mori in the world. Like, who
Ma-
doesn't love the selfie? Who doesn't?
Amanda's gonna be at home and seeing someone stuck out her window. She's gonna be like, "Oh, you cute."
Right? Like, look around the corner like that.
He just keeps stalking. Um, Kieran, how do you feel about Ghostface?
I've never seen whatever movie he's from. I'm sure there's like
Oh
only
my
Um,
one
gosh.
or two movies that he's ever in. So,
it's called Scream.
oh really?
Yes.
Scream?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Okay. I'll write that on the horror movies to watch list. Although I heard it's a comedy.
It's like a mix.
It's so good. I can't believe, like, what is going on? Like, who am I on call with? You haven't seen Halloween or Scream. I'm
Oh my
appalled.
God. Wait. Okay, Amanda, you know Justin from Twitter, right? The one who's
Yes.
he when I tried to get him to play Dead by Daylight and he did not know who Michael Myers was. He didn't know who Ghostface was. He didn't know who Freddy Krueger was. He didn't know who Leatherface was. I had to educate him. Like we went through a teaching lesson. Um,
Well, you need to talk to your friend there. He needs one too.
I will gladly
I
give Kieran a teaching lesson and
I
horror
know
icons.
where they're all from.
Well,
I
you
just
didn't know
haven't
where
seen their movies.
Ghostface
That
was.
was a joke.
Oh, okay.
I know where I know. Well, haven't seen Scream, but like at least I knew it was from Scream.
Mhm. All right. Do you have any other thoughts
So
about
sick
him?
and twisted.
Yeah, his power is super. Well, it would be one of the funnest powers in the game to play against if it worked either way, because sometimes you just randomly reveal him like without even knowing he's. Sometimes you can just reveal him without even knowing that the killer is a ghost face, and other times, he could just be standing, like his lower half is in a bush and you can't reveal him. It's super funny. Well,
Yep.
sometimes it's not though, so that's why it's if they fixed his power and made it reliable, then it would be probably one of the funnest to play against because it would be an actual back and forth of like hiding and then like revealing him
Mhm.
because his power's pretty fun to go against. It's really stressful to play when he's chasing you when you're exposed.
Mhm. Yeah, I agree. Also, too, like when you're exposed, you don't play like as greedy as you usually do, so you usually
Hmm.
throw the pallets pretty quickly. Also too, it's talking about the stock thing. I agree because it's very inconsistent. Like I've played so many rounds where I go against Ghostface, and half of the matches I'll reveal him, half of them I don't, and then I'll play Ghostface, and sometimes they reveal me, or sometimes they'll literally be staring at me, and I still expose them. So like I feel like sometimes when I play as Ghostface, I'm like, wow, I did a good job. But the other times, I'm like, oh my god, I don't deserve this. So I
Hmm.
feel like that's Ghostface. It's almost like he's luck based in a way if your power's gonna work, cause it's buggy. But he is fun. I think probably 90% of the Ghostface players are pretty nice and fun to go against, and they just like to have a good time. I mean, there's obviously those 10% who just are awful, disgusting ghost faces, but majority of them are pretty nice. And I think Ghostface, they did a great job design-wise incorporating him. He's scary when he's stealthy, but then he's also like funny. Like it's weird. Like you can get scared of him, but also laugh. It's weird. So,
Kind of like the movies.
right, exactly. So that's why I think they did a good job design-wise. So I would put him in the amazing tier. Amanda, what about you?
He's my BFF.
Okay.
His power doesn't work, so decent.
So amazing. There we go.
Yes.
Okay,
He's so
next.
cute. How can you not love him?
He is cute. I
I
like
think I
Ghostface.
think he'd be almost BFF if his power worked. I think is really cool.
I agree. Okay.
Okay.
Anyways, next we're going on to the strong, independent huntress, Amanda.
I ain't never been with a baddie. Okay, so Huntress is definitely another baddie. She's a queen. She does what she has to do.
Purr.
She has some really cute outfits. Like I love her look, her design. She's really, it. She's just it. Um,
She's the moment.
her power, yeah, her power is pretty good too. Her little hatchets. And I like that when they give her the, one shot hatchet down that it's one. Like they could have overdid it. Like they complain about everything with survivors having like good like the perks, but we don't even have good perks like that. I mean, some of them are alright, but they be having OP perks for killers, and I feel like they could have did that for her, but they didn't. So I love that. Um,
Mhm.
she's kind of fun to play against because I
Yeah.
like hearing her go. Like you always know when she's about to throw because you hear the sound. Her little.
The
I
little
don't want
shimmying sound.
to.
It's
Yeah.
like a blade. Like I don't know how to do it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean
so
though.
you always know when she's lifting about to throw her hatchet, so you can kind of be prepared to like try to dodge it.
Mhm.
Um, she's just fun. I like her.
Okay. And Kieran, what about you?
Here.
I think she's really cool. Her backstory is like it's one of the I'm pretty sure it's like medium length. It's pretty good. Um,
Mhm.
haven't read it all the way through, but it's pretty good.
Yeah.
And like Amanda said, her power is super interactive because you can hear when she's winding up. It takes a while to wind up. There's a cooldown after you throw it.
Mhm.
She has a limited supply of it too. Um, and you can dodge them most of the time. I think rarely the hitboxes are inconsistent, but that's kind of rare sometimes. It depends on the map really.
Mhm. Yeah.
And I just think her power is really fun to go against just because it's so interactive and like most of the time you know when she's coming unless she has like monitor and abuse, but that's a perk, not the killer. You know,
Right. Yeah.
she's super fun. She's super fun.
Yeah. I really like Huntress too. I the thing I like about Huntress that I wish was on like other killers is I feel like a lot of killers that get released, especially the original ones, aren't that they don't add like as many unique elements say like Huntress has, right? Like Huntress has humming, for example. That's like super
Mhm.
unique. And I really like that they did that because it adds like a different element to the game. Like it's creepy. Whereas like I just feel like a lot of the newer killers, although they are unique, I feel like they could they could add more elements to them to make them different. You know what I mean? But
Mhm.
I really like Huntress. I think she's pretty balanced. Um but I will say though, if I go against a really good huntress, I just cannot play. Like I
Mhm.
literally I literally go down in seconds because they're just so good. Like they're incredibly good. Because they just it's like they play so many hours that they just know your every single move. It's crazy. Um, design wise, she's amazing. I love her story. I think she has a great story of like her mom disappearing and then she takes in the kids. It's horrifying what she does to the kids, but then it's also sad because you're like, well, she's basically like an animal if you think about it. So I think she's really cool, and I'd put her in amazing.
I'm gonna do amazing too.
Definitely
Yeah.
amazing.
Okay, we all agree. All right. Next, we have um a lot of people's favorite killers. The Legion.
Killers.
Amanda.
Okay, so Legion, I hate this power because I hate mending every 2 seconds. I do say I like Boy Legion better than Girl Legion, so yes, I'm a little sexist. I don't
Per.
like Susie. And I feel like it's because every time I
Oh
play against
my
a Susie,
gosh, what?
Wait,
You don't like
Kieran is
every
so
Susie?
offended.
I'm a
every time I
Susie
play against
main. What the heck?
no, and it's because every time I play against a Susie, they're really toxic to me. But when I play against the, whatever his name is, they're not as bad to me. So it's like when I find a good Susie, maybe I'll like her. Who knows? But I like his hoodie. Like I like that it's like the like I really like that. Like he's just like a chill little killer. Like
Yeah.
he's just chill. I just really hate the power. Now I'm looking at some of Susie's outfits. She's kind of cute, but I don't
Well,
like the people who play her usually. I like you, Kieran, so maybe you'll change the game for me.
well,
Well, I'm
Amanda,
glad
if
to hear.
if you don't like his power now, you should have saw his power when he was released. So you know how his frenzy, right, can injure you? His power used to
Mm-hmm.
be that, and like if he misses in his frenzy, he goes out of his power. His power used to be he could hit, and even if he missed, he could just keep swinging and swinging and swinging, and he
No,
could
yeah, I would
and
have hated that.
he could also down you in his frenzy. So what he would do is he would vault a pallet and just down you immediately. And people
I
hated Legion.
usually get I usually get the legions who like always pick me to come out of their frenzy for like they could not hit anybody else in their frenzy, but they'll come to me and like hit me with their frenzy and then automatically make themselves go out of it just to chase me. I'm like, hello, what's going on? And it seems like they only do it to me. So I'm like kind of offended by it, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Kieran, what do you feel about Legion? Isn't Legion your main?
Yeah, this is another one of the killers that I love playing, but despise going against because there are some few things going for the killer. The fact that it's four different people, that's kind of cool. You
Mhm.
can like choose. You kind of get to choose your archetype. There's four different variants of skins to choose from, most of the time.
Yeah.
And there sure is an abundance of skins. Like there's so many cool ones, and then the weapons are always awesome knives or something. I mean, unless you're playing the Suzy skin, in which case it's a ruler. Um, yeah, and I like how they can vault. That's a interesting mechanic. Like they can fast vault over stuff. That's cool. But I
Mhm.
think the rest are really negative. Like the first of all, the trailer that came out for them, it kind of tricked us into thinking that
Oh yeah.
the they were gonna be like a fake survivor kind of thing, but they just kind of look like survivors instead of just being fake survivors. It
Yeah.
doesn't come into play when you're actually playing the match out. And on top of that, you're going against their power, going solely against their power. It's just they get a health state, and then you get a head start in a M1 chase.
Yeah.
That's usually how it is. Or they use their power on you, go to someone else, and then they'll catch you injured, still on a regular M1 chase because they can't use their chase and power. So I think it's mostly negatives for this killer. I like playing them a lot, but I don't like playing against them at all.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. For me, I felt Legion was really lousy design. As like not like the characters they made, like the four Legion. I think that's awesome. That was super creative. But gameplay wise and his power, I think they did an absolutely horrible job. I think I like the idea of him jumping pallets, but for me, I've always thought about this. I always thought that Legion's power should have been what the twins was. So I thought that the four legions should have been placed throughout the map and you could switch between them. I thought that would be such a cool idea. And it's almost like they did that with twins, but just with two. And I also thought too that even if that wasn't the case, I thought they would do the one where they could disguise as survivors, which would be also awesome because imagine just like doing a generator with someone and then they just come out and just stab you. That would be horrifying. Um, but they just did it so he goes into this stupid frenzy and stabs you. And I do agree he is fun to play, but going against him is rough because you have to mend constantly. And it's not like he's really good. Legion is not a good killer necessarily. He's good at injuring, but it's just the fact you have to mend so much that just makes
Mhm.
it. I just hate going against that. Um, but yeah, the four survivors, I think he has a great cosmetics. The four legions. I play the bunny one with the Silent Hill. It's literally one of my favorite cosmetics in the whole game. So there's good and bad, but overall, I would put Legion in I Feel Sick if I had to play against him. What do you think, Amanda?
Um, just because I like the clothes, like the look of them, I'm not gonna put them that low. Playing against them, I don't like just because I hate mending every 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Really annoying. I'm gonna say I'm gonna put them in decent, just
Oh,
because I like the outfits.
okay.
I go off of looks mainly, so I'm kind of shallow.
Amanda's a look kind of girl.
Well, yeah, they in terms of cosmetics, they're like I think they have the most like other than like the base killers, they might have the most. So they look
They're
really cool.
really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would definitely put them in I'm throwing up everywhere. That I don't really like playing
So
against them at all.
they can go and I feel sick then.
You know what? Actually, I'm changing it to I'm throwing up because we need a representative. Okay, Legion
Not
is in the
you
bottom
just
tier.
Legion is not that bad to be throwing up against because they're not like
They're just annoying. Oh my god.
yeah, that's it. They're annoying. They're not
Okay,
like the
should I
most
put
horrible.
him in I feel sick? I want someone to be in the I'm throwing up everywhere category. Well, I'm sure we'll get someone
Go
there.
ahead, put them where you want them.
Okay. We'll stick Legion in the representative I'm throwing up everywhere. He's the mascot.
Although their cosmetic deserve better, but okay.
His cosmetics are cute. It's a toss up, but we'll keep him here. Just to average out the tiers. Anyways, next we have America's Sweetheart, the Spirit. Amanda, how do you feel about her?
Um,
Amanda. She has no words.
I'm thinking how I feel about her because like she looks kind of cool. Like her little twitches is kind of cool. Like how
Hmm.
she twitches to do her thing.
Yeah.
I don't. She ain't a baddie or nothing. Okay, this outfit she's kind of a baddie.
Yeah.
She kind of cute in this little ice outfit. Okay,
Her
I don't
outfit's
feel like
E.
a lot of people. I don't feel like a lot of people play that outfit though. Well,
Hmm.
not that I've noticed. She's kind of cool actually. I don't like really playing against her because I suck, but she's kind of cool. I ain't really got much to say about her. I don't feel strong. Like, if I don't feel strong about them in a good or a negative way, I don't really have much to say. And she's one of them I don't really feel
Yeah.
strongly about.
I know Spirit's like one of the most universally like hated killers.
I don't really hate her. Hate her. I mean, I don't love her, but I don't hate her. I don't really care playing against her. But I mean, I suck playing against everybody, so I can't really say that.
Hmm.
I do like that they changed like when she's like phasing or whatever.
I like that too.
I like the sounds and stuff. Like it helps a lot.
Hmm. Kieran, what
Yeah.
about you?
Um, her backstory is pretty cool. It's not incredibly long, but it's still really cool. That
Yeah.
she's like one of the only killers that isn't like at least in full form. Like she's like missing bits of her leg and stuff and her arm.
Mhm.
And she's like one of the few that's not holding a weapon that doesn't use their fist. Like she like summons it. I mean,
Yeah.
well, I guess other than the Cenobite. Pinhead. But her power, I mean, they did change it recently. It's a little better, but I feel like it's still like bottom 3 to go against, just because on the survivors end you don't get any indication of where she's going almost all the time. So it feels like you're playing really just a guessing game, and
Mhm.
you're losing every time.
Also, not to
And
mention
yeah,
too that like uh if she's phasing towards you and she turns her back to you but still walks your way, you won't hear the phasing sound. So she can still like turn her back and still get you and you won't hear a phasing sound. So I still think that's kind of dumb too.
Mhm.
But y'all are still going. Oh yes, we are. Anyways, I think Spirit is one of the coolest designs in the game. I think it's really cool that they cut her up in pieces like her limbs, like her dad, and then they gave her the katana that she was killed with as a weapon. I think that's brilliant. I also, although I think her power is definitely killer sided, like it doesn't give a lot of room for survivors to counterplay. I do like. I think it's very creative that she can go invisible and like phase. I think that's a really cool idea. I just think I wish they implemented it differently. Um, Going against her is hard because if you go against a good spirit, there's really nothing you can do. Like they know every single place you go. And even if you walk, they can see the bushes moving. They can hear you breathing even when you're not injured. Like it can be really hard to go against her. So because of that, I'm gonna put her in I feel sick. Amanda.
She can go and I feel sick for me too. I don't really care. She's
yeah, I feel sick. That sounds about right. They did fix it a tiny bit, so it's not completely and utterly one-sided.
Yeah.
killers left.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 killers left. So let's do speed rounds.
Um,
Halfway there. Okay, let's just go quicker since I know y'all have things to do. So let's do hillbilly. Amanda, go for it.
boo. Okay, I don't hate the hillbilly, but I don't love them. I hate anytime I hear a chainsaw just because it's a chainsaw.
Mhm.
Um, I feel like he is better to go against than Bubba, so that's a plus. Um, I ain't got much to say about him. Y'all can go.
Okay. Kieran.
Um, his backstory is nothing crazy, and his looks aren't crazy either. But his chainsaw is really simple and really fun. It's really hard nowadays. It's probably one of the hardest powers in the game, just because there's so much collision going on.
Mhm.
But it's also one of the funnest to play against because it takes him a really long time to charge it up, and you can't miss it. You can't miss when he's charging it up either.
Yeah.
And so yeah, he's definitely like one of my favorite chasers. So I'll rank him pretty high.
Yeah, even after his nerf, I still feel he's pretty balanced, in my opinion. I mean, I don't think his nerf was necessary. I thought he was fine the way he
Yeah.
was.
hmm
Um,
Other than like the instant charge, but they could have
yeah,
just removed that instead of reworking him.
right. Yeah, that was dumb. I agree. I think design-wise too, I think he has an interesting story. Definitely the best of the first three that were introduced. So that's going for him. But I would put him in decent. Do you guys agree with that?
Yes, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Decent or amazing?
I would probably put him in amazing.
I'll
Man,
put him in decent.
okay, let's just do
He's
decent
not
then.
amazing to me.
Okay, nurse, Amanda.
Um, the nurse. Nurse.
She's a
I like.
queen.
I don't dislike the nurse. I mean, of course, I can't say I'm good against her because I'm not good against anyone.
Mhm.
She's cutie. I like watching Charlie play. Well, SB. I mean, I should say SB because it's their stream name. SB
Mhm.
plays Nurse a lot, and I like watching. I'm like, oh, she's kind of cool. I wish I could play Killer.
Good
So like,
nurses are like watching like a robot play. It's insane.
yeah, it's like really cool to watch somebody who can actually play Nurse play them. Cause like the blinks and everything, like she's really cool.
Mhm.
Um, I don't really feel strongly about her, like dislike or like, but
Mhm.
she's cool. She's pretty cool.
Kieran.
So I think her design is pretty awesome. Her backstory is super cool. Like the whole thing that she's like a ghost, you know? She's like
Mhm.
floating. Not a lot. Not I think all the other characters are grounded, right? So that's
Mhm.
cool that she's floating.
Yeah.
And her power is really hard. So like either it's usually either a god nurse or the opposite of god nurse.
We love baby nurses.
Yeah.
They're so
But
fun.
I think I'm gonna be the baby here and put her and say that I hate going against her so much if it's a god nurse. Like I feel like her power is almost too good. Like really, really, really dumb.
To the point
Like
you
I
just
hate
can't
going against it
play.
so much. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Like I
very
know it
frustrating.
requires so much skill, but I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah, I know a lot of people use this like excuse like, well, she does take I that people say like I don't care if nurse kills me if she's good because they spent hours doing it, but it's like we spend hours playing Survivor, so why should we die for that? You know, we should have a chance against her, and you don't have a chance against the god nurse.
That's a
Um,
solid point.
yeah. But I do agree her backstory is amazing, probably one of the best in the game. I think it's super unique. I love her design. I love her like wheezing kind of when she 'cause in her backstory it says when she blinks, it hurts her. So like the sound you hear is like her like wheezing out pain in a way. So it's kind of cool. Um but yeah, it's just really frustrating to go against really good ones. So if it's a baby nurse, I'd put her in We Are BFFs. But if it's a god nurse, I'd put her in I Feel Sick because there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, I would definitely do throwing up everywhere. Yeah, that's definitely the killer I had in mind for that list going into it.
Manda?
Um, she can go and I feel sick.
Okay, that's interesting. Next, we have Miss Hagatha.
I hate her. I hate her.
Any particular reason?
Her stupid ass traps. So if when you get hooked, most of the time you're gonna get camped. Like she will not go too far, and if she does, she has like 80 million traps around the hook. So as soon as somebody comes to unhook you, it's over.
Yeah.
There's bad experiences with her. I don't know if it's all how they play, but majority of the time, once you're hooked, it's over for.
Yeah. Kind of gross. Kieran.
Well, I don't have a lot to say. I barely know her backstory. I barely played her. I know I don't play a lot of against a lot of good hags, so it's not like I win or lose either way. But I know if it is a good hag, then it's gonna be really difficult because she has the power to camp because it's really you'd really be dumb not to put a trap right under a hook after you put someone on it, right?
Yeah.
Because that's free camping pressure.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So like the fact that it's factored into her design, like being able to camp a hook from anywhere, that's kind of weird to me, and I don't know if I like it.
You know what I find interesting too is if you notice artists that just came out, she cannot put birds next to the hook. But it's interesting that Hag could put like her traps next to the hook, cause it's like it's almost like with artists they were trying to get her to not be able to camp with her birds, whereas Hag they just don't give a shit. They're like Hag, you can camp all the fuck you want. So
Maybe They just, like, figured they don't need
Charging
a
battery.
lot of another killer that can camp hooks like that.
Right. I just kind of wish for killers like Hag, they would go back and kind of change it so they don't have to, so they can't do that. You know what I mean? Make it a little more difficult because it's so easy. It's to the point where if they put a trap on a hook, then if you go for the save, you're gonna get grabbed because they'll teleport immediately. If you don't go for the save, you leave. Then they put another trap. So what are you supposed to do? You know, she's gonna get a kill unless you have like say a flashlight. But her backstory is pretty awesome. I think she has a pretty cool backstory. Her design's pretty creepy. She's like a cannibal girl who wants revenge. But yeah, I don't know. Good hags. I'm throwing up everywhere.
Throwing up everywhere.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Okay, next is my favorite killer. Oink oink, Miss Piggy.
Okay, the pig is really cute. I like how they incorporated her from the movies. I do. So, as much as I hate getting the helmets, I like the helmets. Like, I like the aspect of the helmets.
Yeah.
I feel like pigs. Most of the pigs I've played against always put the helmet on me first, so we kind of got like beef.
Mhm.
But I really like the pig. She's grown on me a lot more now. At first, I was like, no, fuck her and her helmets. But I really love Saul. I really love the pig, and she's a baddie.
Remember when you get always the first trap literally every game?
Every time, I swear, and somebody could be knocked down before me, and it would still always be me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a rule. It's a rule. The
Yeah.
rule of pigs.
Plus, I love like, well, it really depends on the person, but like majority of the pigs playing, like people play pig will like let you boop the snoot and stuff, and then they'll leave you alone for a little bit. Like
Mhm.
that's always really cute. Like there was one who I recently just played against, and like she hit me, and I just stood there and like crouched, and she crouched, and we just did it, and then she went away. I was like, oh, you're so cute.
Yeah. Kieran, thoughts on Pig?
Well, I haven't seen the Saw movies, but
Let me sigh.
I will. So I guess I wouldn't know how well the adaptation was done. But her power is she can stealth, place traps on people's head. I
Yeah.
don't like it when the trap is on my head, so I feel sick. That's all I have to say.
What?
Wow. Oh my gosh.
She's not even bad like that.
Okay,
I
let me
mean,
say this. From the adaptation from the movie, I think they did perfect. They got Amanda was the only person in Saw who would actively kill people. Like, you know, like if you guys don't know, the main character in Saw is John Kramer, but he doesn't kill people. He has this thing like he puts them in a trap and gives them a chance. Amanda, who's the pig, she doesn't give them a chance. She rigs the trap so
Mm,
they die. So
that's cool.
that's why Amanda's in the game because she rigs traps. Um, so also, people are like, why does she roar? She's a pig. If you watch the movie, they're known the pigs in the movie ambush people, and they make this like roar sound like a tiger, and then they kidnap them and bring them and put them in the traps. So that's what the pig is for. She ambushes them and then rigs the traps. So I think they did perfect because it's like you sneak up on them, you ambush them, you put a trap on them. It's just like the movie. And for me, if the pig is not tunneling with a trap on, I think she's one of the most fun killers to go against because I love the adrenaline rush when your timer is about to go off. I know it's stressful, but like I just love it because it's like, oh my god, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. I just love that, and she's my
and
favorite killer.
to be honest, if you do die because of the trap, it is really cool to watch your head blow up.
The animation, and also too the jigsaw doll laughs at you if you don't get it off, which is a cool effect that I just learned recently. I think she's awesome. She's my favorite. She would go in We Are BFFs for me. What about you, Amanda?
Hoarder and amazing.
So,
You know what? You know what? After you guys said all that, I'm still gonna do I feel sick just because I like playing the game and not searching for a cage. So that's my
I'm
stance.
disgusted. I thought we changed. Kieran for a little bit, and then he said I'm still putting her and I'm sick. Okay, so
She's just really cool.
well, since we
She does have
did,
like a lot of pressure because like once your helmet's on and going off, like you have no choice but to get off of a gen and run around. So like,
yeah. So since Amanda and I put her more higher up, I'll put her in amazing, since that equals out. Okay,
Mhm.
next is the Oni. Amanda, what do you feel about him?
the Oni looks really cool. I think he does look cool. He gets really pissed off though.
Mm-hmm.
Like when his little power activates, it's so funny. Like, why are you so mad? Like, hello,
Mm-hmm.
what are you so mad for? Um, I like that he collects. I didn't know like how Oni worked for a while, but I like that he collects the blood. It's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as you're sitting there bleeding every he collect to get his powers, I like that.
Yeah.
Um, he ain't the worst to go against, but I really don't like going against him because he like his rush and I'm bad at dodging.
Mm-hmm.
Every now and then I can do okay against him, but
Yeah.
not a lot. But he's not bad for me. He's just kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. Kieran, isn't Oni one of your favorites?
Yes, he's my favorite. He's my most played killer.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
he's kind of cool.
mm-hmm. Do you want me to go now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. S- So I think his backstory is really dope. He has sick armor, a sword. That's all cool. I think his power is even cooler. Oni's demon in Japanese, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So he becomes a demon when he gets super angry, and then he just yells so that you can hear it from the entire map, so you'll always know when he's in range mode.
Mhm.
And his power is on a limited resource, but it's not actually unlimited because survivors can be injured and healed indefinitely. It's so super cool how you build his power, kind of, like you can like choose to heal and make it so he gets it less, or you can choose to be safe so he never gets it at all. Like that's one of the counter strategies, and I think that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
when he's in his power, there's either like there's two ways he can do there's three ways. So he has the rush where he can just instantly, like you can either lunge or instantly attack in front of him. That's
Mm-hmm.
usually how he gets a lot of downs. But the other two ways are like he has the quick insta down that's only in front of him, and then he has the longer one where he has to do a full blown lunge. And I like how his attacks are really telegraphed. It's kind of like Hillbilly or um, the Huntress. So I think
Yeah.
he's one of my favorites to play against. I like the blood mechanic so much.
Yeah. I really like Oni. Okay, I wish they did more like they did with the Oni because Oni is related to the spirit. Like they're connected chapter wise. So I thought that was really brilliant that they did that. I think his power is scary but also fun to go against because it's very intimidating when he has like that huge, what is that even called? The hammer, not a hammer thing. You know what I'm talking about? I don't know what that's called. It's the thing he smashes you with, but when he's holding it and about to smash you, it's scary as hell. But he's fun. I think he's pretty balanced. I think all around he's just pretty good. So I'd put him in amazing. Yeah. What about you,
Hugo
Amanda?
in the middle here for me.
And Kieran?
For me, he's my BFF. I love that guy.
So
I
put
feel,
him in amazing.
Amazing.
and I just remember that it's I'm pretty sure it's called a Kanobo, something like that.
Okay. It's something in Japanese. I don't know what it is. I can't
I'm
remember.
so confused. Looking at our decent list, I'm like really sick that Nemesis is in there and Pinhead. Like it's sickening, really.
Just think about it. If it was just you and I, Amanda, Nemesis would be and I'm throwing up.
Let's kick Kieran out.
It's pretty
Joking.
funny.
Okay, we're almost done, guys. We just have 7 killers to go.
Oh my god.
Okay, come on, let's go fast. Okay.
Wait. What? So we all know who the next one is. Do you wanna? You can place it on the list, and then we'll just like we'll nod or like shake our head.
So you
Who's the
want
next one? I'm
Freddy?
not looking. Okay, so
Just
when I first started playing Dead by Daylight, I was like, because when I was a kid, I was literally 3. I loved Freddy Krueger. Like, I'm obsessed. Like, I watched his movie a million times. Always asked my mom to watch it. Had like he invaded my dreams. Literally invaded my dreams. I've had dreams about him. And I was never scared. Like, I love him. Like, I love him. So when I seen he was in the game, they was like, "We're going against the Freddy," and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I love Freddy so much."
Mhm.
No, played
Uh-oh.
against him. I hate playing against Freddy so much. I hate playing. I was like, how can I love his movies and love watching him so much and despise him in the game? Like, I like that they put you in the dream world. I love the dream palettes. I love that you can like wake
Mhm.
them up, because in the movie, like when they're starting to fall asleep, they try to, like, your friends, like if you're around them, you want them to wake you up. Like, they've done that in movies, like
Yeah.
where when they're falling asleep, they'll wake you up. I like that you have the alarm to wake you up, because they set that alarm in the movie to wake you up. Like,
Yep.
they incorporated it really well. I like the dream palettes. They did good with that. So like his design and everything is so good, but playing against him is literally hell. I hate it. I just hate Freddy. I hate going to sleep. It What I do like though is when you're on the hook or you're just standing there or something and you're watching your survivor friends run around asleep in their neck all turned to the side. The first time I noticed that, I was like, "Why are you running like that? Like, what's going on?" I think it's so
Yeah.
funny, but I hate him. I hate playing against him, but he's pretty cool. He like, other than that, he's like, everything's pretty cool. Playing against him is not
They
bad.
be looking like damn ragdolls.
Yeah.
Anyways, Kieran, thoughts on Freddy?
Yeah, I've never seen Nightmare on Oak Street, but Freddy Krueger is
Elm
pretty cool.
Street.
Wait, did he
It's
just
Elm
say
Elm
Street?
Oak Street?
Street.
Whatever.
Boo,
Never seen it,
Kieran,
so it doesn't
boo.
matter.
It does.
He has a cool shirt and a fedora. That's 2 things.
Yeah.
Um, I feel like whenever I'm playing against him, I'm like, okay, oh, I forgot he had that power. Like sometimes you forget that he's invisible from a certain distance. Sometimes you forget he even has like the dream palettes instead of the blood puddles.
Yeah.
Um, and I think my favorite moments when I'm playing against him is when I'm on the hook, because instead of fighting Freddy, I'm fighting for my teammates to save me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, yeah, all of his powers are just super. I don't know. I don't like him at all. I think
Yeah.
the teleportation is cool, but the fact that he can fake it is pretty dumb.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like he's pretty cool, like as a killer, but like playing against him, everything that you like that is cool is like you hate playing against.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna make my thoughts on Freddy pretty quick. I think he was horrible. He's wasted potential. First of all, don't get me started. This is the Freddy Krueger themed off the 2010 remake. This isn't the original Freddy Krueger. This is the new Freddy Krueger that no one liked. So they brought him in the game
No.
first of all. And second of all, his power is absolute dog shit. Like, um, I do like the dream world. I think that's cool, but I don't like the dream world because I cannot fucking see in the dream world. Like, I'm fucking blind. I don't know if y'all have ever experienced the dream world in RPD, but you literally cannot see.
You can't see shit.
You're
Yeah, you can
blind.
barely see an
Oh, I've
RPG.
never actually, I've never had that interaction before.
Well, if it happens, you're gonna want a DC because you're literally blind. It's completely dark. But Freddy's power is just so like I I don't even know. It's like so lackluster. If you've watched the movies, you know Freddy can do so much more than what his power is on Dead by Daylight. You know.
But he's
Um,
so cool.
yeah, I mean, I actually do like his teleportation to gens. I think that fits with Freddy Krueger. But the blood pools, I don't think that makes sense, in my opinion. I guess it fits with his theme of like the blood in the movies where like the blood sucks you up. But other than that, I don't think it works. I feel like they could have done so much better with him. So
I,
if I, yeah, I feel sick or I'm throwing up everywhere for him, for me. Yeah.
Um, on the strength of I love Freddy. No, I can't even go on the strength of that. I'm gonna put. He's going. I feel sick because I hate playing against him. I love Freddy so much, like outside of the game, but in the game, I cannot at all.
Yeah. And Kieran.
Yeah, I'm definitely throwing up. I don't know.
Okay. He goes in the bottom tier then with Legion and Hag. Okay. Next we have the newest killer, the artist.
Okay, the artist is a baddie, so she's automatically good for me. Just because
Per.
she's so cute. Like, her look is like, when I seen her, I was like, she is so pretty.
Mhm.
And, like, I love her hands, how they did her hands, the little,
Oh yeah. So
uh,
creative.
yeah, she's like really cool looking. And her little birds, the fact that she can like throw birds at you, it's like so cool.
Yeah.
I playing against her is okay. Like I don't have the worst experience playing against her, but I don't
Mhm.
have the best.
Right.
But just off the strength of her being as cute as she is, like she's she's so good. I love her.
Period. Kieran, have you played enough Bird Lady?
No, no, I've only played against her once. I can't say anything. She looks cool. Her neck is long. That's weird, but she's cool.
Okay, I'll speak then. So I think they did a fabulous job with her design wise. So they made her neck like elongated and like her arms longer and her legs longer. So they tried to make her look like a human life crow, which I think is really cool. I think the fact that her arms and her legs were cut off and now they come back as ink because she was like an artist. I think that's really cool. I think her birds are fun. I think she's counterable. She's balanced. She's fun to play against. At least to me, she's fun to play against. I just love her. I think she is so cool. So if I had to put her, I honestly would put her in We Are BFFs. What about you guys?
Um, I'm gonna do amazing, just because she's baddie.
Okay. And
I've only fought her.
I guess
Gone
since
gone against
Kieran
her
doesn't
once.
know her, he'll just do decent. So we'll put her in amazing. Okay.
I feel like Plague's the only one who should be BFF because
Plague
she's the
A.
We,
bad.
there's still one in there that could be BFF. I think.
Okay.
Um, who Blight?
I
I'm
think
not gonna spoil it.
I think it's all gonna be our
Because it's
favorite.
definitely not Doctor. It's definitely not Clown. Definitely not
We'll
Bubba.
see. We'll see. We'll see
Uh,
who it is.
well, speaking of Doctor, Doctor's next up. Amanda.
Boo, hate on boo. Um, I don't even know what I want to say about him. So I don't. He's kind of cool. I like the fact that he can make you go insane. I just like the fact that he can really like make you keep screaming. But playing against him, not really. Don't like that aspect. Hate snapping out of it. I don't know. I don't really feel strong. I don't like. I really don't like playing against him. But I don't like. I don't think I'm throwing up everywhere. But I'm
Mhm.
not like, yay, we're BFFs.
Yeah.
I'll think on where I want to put him while y'all discuss.
Okay, Kieran.
Um, I don't know his backstory. I mean, I played him a little bit.
He has a really cool
Um,
backstory.
yeah, he's overall pretty cool. I don't have any strong feelings toward him. Playing as him is fun. Playing against him is okay. I don't like screaming a lot, but I like. He's one of those killers where I like the immersion. You know, I don't like
Yeah.
like when I'm playing against Freddy, his is like the immersion ruins it for me. But when I'm playing against Doctor, the immersion is a plus for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, no strong feelings.
Yeah. For me, I think he's not horrible to go against, but I don't think he's good to go against. I think he's decent. Backstory wise, I think he's probably, at least to me, at least one of the most horrifying like killers in the game, because he would like literally torture people, like keep their eyes open and electrocute their eyes. Like that's horrifying. Oh my gosh. Um, I also think it's really cool. I don't know if everyone knows Doctor can choke, period. Um, when you're like are in like your insanity phase, the doctor has like the power and you hear these whispers and apparently it's the entity whispering to you to give up and die, which I think that's a cool little like
Wait,
Easter egg.
what is it?
So if you at next time you go against Doctor and you're in tier 3, you're going to hear like whispers like and that's the entity talking to you cuz he's like trying to welcome you into death. That's like a Easter egg. I thought was really
Oh,
cool.
that's pretty cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so pay attention next time you guys go against Doctor. I think that was really cool. I just found that out recently. But yeah, backstory, he's fine. I think he's decent. Where would you guys put him?
Yeah, decent.
He can go in decent.
Okay. I'm throwing up everywhere. Cole does not like Doctor.
I
Okay.
don't like the next one. I don't like Clown.
Yep, Clown's the next one. Amanda, speak your thoughts.
I don't like Clown. I just don't like Clown. He's the clown, basically. I hate his little bottles he throws because it don't matter what you do,
Mm-hmm.
unless you're by like where they have a pallet and stuff, like you're really screwed. Um, just off the fact that his bottles slow you down so much. It's
Right.
like the little drunkenness feeling, like you can't see nothing. And then the fact that you can't see nothing, it's like you're going so slow. It's like, how do I get away?
Also, not to
Just
mention the fact that I play on a computer with like great frames per second. I can't imagine what it's like to play on the Nintendo Switch and get bottled by a damn clown. Like that must be
yeah,
horrid.
it's yeah, I just don't like him. So yeah, I'm throwing up for him.
Kieran?
Well, he is kind of the clown of the game, right? He's not. He doesn't have an amazing power. His
Dun,
back.
dun, dun,
I don't
dun.
know about his backstory, but he seems kind of gross. But that's intentional.
Mm-hmm.
Um, eh, the one thing fun for him is that when you have a pallet on you, it's really fun because there's nothing he can do. You just have to loop around it or you have to break it because his power won't help against pallets at all.
Yeah.
But like if you're a fan of Windows, then you're gonna hate playing against him because he's really strong against Windows because he just makes it so you get a slow balled every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't particularly care for Clown. I mean, Clown is not a good killer at all. He's probably one of the worst killers in the game. Easily, hands down. But I just don't enjoy playing against him. Like, I don't enjoy feeling like I'm drunk. I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy not being able to see where the fuck I'm going. I also don't like it when I get downed and he laughs at me with his nasty laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Or,
it's like
I
like the first one's always
know
super annoying.
it makes me want to just like get off the ground and just punch him. Like I just can't. I'm like unbreakable his ass. But um for me, I mean, design wise, they did a great job making him a disgusting, old, ugly person. Like they did a great job making him look disgusting. And he cuts people's fingers off and has a necklace. That's cool. He's creepy, but I go with I'm throwing up everywhere. That's where I have to go. Would you guys agree with that?
That's what
Uh,
I put.
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there's no reason. I'm. I don't want to put him in the bottom, but I don't have any reason to not put him in the bottom. So
Yeah. I've never seen someone who's like, I just love clown. Like, who says that? A crazy person. Anyways, we're at the final three, guys. It's almost over. Okay, but next we have the Blight. Amanda.
ooh, the blight.
Blighty, he's kind of cute. I really don't dislike the Blight because he's the Blight. Like, I don't like when I get in a match with him. I'm not like, ugh, Blight, ugh. We gotta
Mhm.
play against him. But he. I'm trying to think. Let me go look at him. I gotta look at his cosmetic. He's kind of cool. Like his
Mhm.
face, like the little drip from his face. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I
And then
agree.
when he goes to like charge at you, like you can just like run the other way and get away.
Right.
He's kind of fun to play against.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm not gonna. I don't say he goes up there with my girl, but he's not going to the bar.
Period. So he's like middle ground for you.
Yeah.
Okay, Kieran, what about you?
Well, this guy's cool because he has uh, like a college graduate's final thesis for a backstory, like 32 pages, something like that. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't read it obviously, but
Oh
he
my
looks
god.
really cool.
It's
His
ridiculously
weapon is
long.
a cane, which is super unique,
Mm-hmm.
and his power, I've played him a little bit. He's super fun to play as, and playing against him is almost as fun because you get to predict where he's gonna bounce to get you, or you can like kind of dissect where he's gonna bounce and then take a weird route. And he's like, "Why did you do that?" And I'm like, "I don't know, because I'm trying to dodge your weird bounces."
Yeah.
And then both people are like, "You're so weird."
Mm-hmm.
And his power is super fun because he counters the strategy where you're just running away instead of looping because he can actually catch up to you. So that's fun.
Yeah.
I think he's one of the best. I think he's one of the best.
Yeah. I agree. I really love his design. I think he's creepy with like his jaw like kind of ripped off and you just see it like
Uh-huh.
oozing. I think that's creepy. I think I think the reason why Blight is so fun to go against is because like when you think you throw a pallet and you think you're safe, he's literally on your ass the next second. Like you just like you can't escape him unless he wants to leave you. So you're always in a chase. It's never like you throw a pallet and then you get a lot of distance. You're always in a chase. I think that's a good element to the game because chases are the best part of the game, obviously. Um, Unless you're Amanda, then you like gens. Um, but I think he's fun. I think he's great and probably one of the better like newerish killers. I don't know if I consider him new, but yeah, he's good.
Oh, a dead tooth in the back of my mouth. Right?
I'd put him in I'd
There's
put
a dead
him
tooth back
in
there.
We Are
Right?
BFFs or Amazing.
It's breaking.
It blinks.
I would probably do BFFs too.
We don't
Amanda, are
know.
you
Goat.
there?
Yep.
Who would you put Blight for? Amazing or
Hold on.
decent?
What did y'all do?
We did We Are BFFs.
I'm going decent, so he got to go on amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I don't know. Is that how it balances out?
I
It
think
does.
since we did two We Are BFFs, I think technically it means
No.
he's BFF. What
Well,
do
let
y'all
me put
think?
him in. I'm throwing up.
Hey, we only have one BFF. We need another BFF.
I feel like Plague should be the only BFF. I'm just saying.
I think
Jump.
Blight's pretty cute in the BFF
Mm,
section.
Not a BFF. Let's go off.
She needs a buddy to throw up on.
Sure. She's like the only.
Okay. Well, anyways, moving on. Next is
Dead.
everyone's favorite camper, Bubba.
Don't drop it in my room.
Amanda's having some issues right now, y'all.
Broke my tooth.
We're streaming live.
How rude. Amanda, did you hear?
Yeah.
I know you
I
love
mean, I don't
Bubba.
agree. Um, Bubba is really. What do you want me to do? There's no way I can fix it. Boo, Bubba, boo. I like Bubba when I play Bubba, which is very rare, and I only play him to be nice to people because Bubbas are so toxic.
Horrible
Um,
people.
I don't have much to say about him. I'm throwing up everywhere, so.
Okay, Kieran.
I don't have a lot to say. I've never seen the Nevada chainsaw something. I don't know. Anyway, um, he's kind of a meme character. I like going against him because it's like, oh, it's a Bubba. He's probably
Yeah.
gonna face camp us, and then I'm like, when he does face camp one of us, I'm like, let's go. It's really funny. He's a meme character.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
Yeah. Oh, also cool. The Blight outfit it's a new outfit like the ice outfit. Just so you know. Yeah, I think Bubba's are actually not that bad to go against, but literally 95% of Bubbas I go against, I will loop them the whole game and then I get camped. Like it happens almost every game with Bubbas. So I have to go with I'm throwing up everywhere.
I would probably do I feel sick. Just I love going against him, honestly. But every once in a long while I get face camped, and that's I feel sick because he's that strong when he does it.
Yeah. Well, since Amanda said I'm throwing up everywhere, we'll put him in I'm throwing up everywhere. Okay.
Oh no.
Okay. Next we have our final contender, the Demogorgon.
Oh, what a good boy.
Demo is so cute. We are BFFs.
I love Demogorgon. So
I've never
much.
seen Stranger Things, but
Oh my
he's so
gosh.
cool.
You haven't seen shit. What is going on?
I saw. Wait, what have I seen? No, I haven't seen. I have not. I haven't. I don't know any of the media that any of the
I
characters
did
source
say
materials
that
from.
Plague is the only one who should be in BFFs, but it's Demo. Like he's a pup. How do you not love Demo?
He's so cute.
Yeah, he's the best. His chase power is so fun.
I think we can
He's the
all
best.
agree he needs to be in BFF even without talking. There we go.
Mhm. Mhm.
There's your
Yes, and
ranking,
move
guys.
Blight.
Should we move Blight
Blight.
down? What does everyone think?
Life does not deserve to be a BFF, but what else?
But do you ever play a Blight game against Blight and you're just like, wow, this game's pretty bad? Not
Yes.
really. I don't
When
think
they
so.
slug. Yes, they do.
Very rarely.
Well, I've had it happen more than once, so
Maybe that's just because you were unlucky. Okay.
Well,
anyway.
Well, we officially completed our rankings. Um, so thank you guys for doing this, and thank you for spending nearly 2 hours on this damn fucking ranking.
I still think Nemesis should be at the bottom, but
I agree.
every time I look and see him in decent, I'm like, why is he there?
Well, I'm curious if you guys agree with this ranking. Let us know. I'll post this on YouTube, and we'll see if people comment down below if they agree. I feel like this is going to be a very controversial ranking.
yeah. I'm sure we all have our thoughts of where they should be, but this is a culmination of our 3 opinions, so obviously it looks super dumb.
Right, like if it was mine, it would be completely different, but you know, this is going to be very controversial.
Mine would consist of like who's the cutest and who's the ugliest from top to bottom. So mine would be totally different.
Yeah.
Well,
Like
it's been
who
fun,
I
guys.
love.
I gotta go.
All right, good night.
See ya.
I'm going to stream too. Thank you all for watching. Oh, yeah, Bubba at the bottom where he belongs, period. He does.